Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Soundarya Hariharan, and I'm from the IMD BPPA June 2021 batch. And I finished my 6 months internship in Mauritius, and the property which I was allotted to is Zilva Attitude, which was a 4-star resort property, and it's in the north of Mauritius. And for the process, how it started was I had applied via email to the college that I want to do my internship here in Mauritius, and they had set me through the agency, and the agency conducted my interview, and they had allotted me this hotel, Zilva Attitude, and it took almost a month for all the process to finish, the payment, visa, and offer letter and everything all together. So visa for the visa process, once I applied, it took almost 1 to 2 weeks, and as I got the visa, the next week I flew to Mauritius. So as you can see, Zilva is a 4-star property. It's located in the north of Mauritius. It's not the only property there. It has in total 8 properties, which is mostly located towards the north and towards the northeast area. 1 or 2 are located near the south, and mostly these are family friend resorts over there, and there are few which are only for couples. So as you can see, this property has 214 rooms, and it's based on the beach side of the hotel. And mostly over there, the working hours is 8 hours, not as long as it's over here, like 14 to 16 hours. It's an 8-hour shift, and the shifts that I worked in were only 2 of them. Either it was morning shift, sometimes you have to come early morning for breakfast. Other than that, there's a night shift, but the timing over there is from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. That is the night shift over there, and there is no overnight. There's only morning and evening shift. Evening shift is also called the night shift, and there's only 8 hours of work, and usually they don't make the trainees work overtime. So even if you do, it depends on the hotel whether they pay you or not. My hotel, they did pay me overtime, and they did pay me when I did full shifts. Full shift was from morning 8 o'clock to night 11 o'clock. And as per the normal standards, there was 1 week, one day off per week in a week. And so this was the hotel that I worked in. This is how the accommodation looked over there. And these are the types of room that was present over there. And there are, other than the restaurants and buffet area, there are also small outlets as huts over there in the beach for guests to enjoy. So this was the outlet in which I was in charge. It's called Tabaje, which means street food in Creole language. So I don't know how many of you know this. You must have searched in Google what is the language spoken in Mauritius. And even I did the same, but I only got the answer that it's English. But actually it's Creole. The language spoken over there is Creole, which is a mixture of French and English. So that is the local language spoken over there. So if you know a little bit French, maybe you'll be able to understand what they are saying. Other than that, communication is not a problem at all. Everybody speaks English, and in fact, even people who are, even if they don't know Hindi that well, they are able to communicate in Hindi, so that is not a problem at all. So, and this is just about the hotel. So, these were the buffet setups that was done in my hotel. And I used to be usually part of the dinner buffet, which was in the evening. I did take part in the breakfast as well, but not that much. I was a part of the evening buffet. And this is the scenario from my hotel. So that was the view you could see. And this is just about the hotel. I'll explain you more about the experience that I had. So what I would suggest is, for the first 1 month, it's better if you take any liquid cash with you. That will help you a lot if you could exchange it over there, because after a month only you will get your stipend. So until then you have to survive. So as far as I know, you will be provided the accommodation from the hotel or from the agency. So that's not a problem. Food is also not a problem, because you'll get all Indian foods over there. You'll get the raw materials, spices, rice and everything you'll get over there. Only for the rice, you don't get the regular rice that you get here. There's only basmati rice over there. That's the regular rice that they use over there. So other than that, food should not be a problem. Vegetable, fruit, everything, markets are available. And as far your sightseeing is concerned, if you want to go somewhere, there are plenty of places. I mean, in 6 months, you can actually cover the whole Mauritius. If you want to do, there is scuba diving, there is parasailing, you can do undersea walk, and there are many other stuffs that you can do. So, and there are many mountains for trekking. I would suggest you can go to the Limon mountain, which is in Port Louis. Port Louis is the capital area of Mauritius. They say it's a city, but it's actually not a city. It's just one country and you have districts over there. So I would suggest you to go over there, because the view from there is really, really, really beautiful. And other than that, what I have experienced are the staff and the people over there are very friendly. So you need not worry that you're new over there. There won't be anyone to guide you. So language wise, they'll definitely help you out. And other than that, any transport problem or anything like how do you commute, for staff, they have this staff van, staff transport is there. So whatever your shift is there, according to that, you have to just come to the pickup point and they'll pick you up from there. So that is not a problem. You just need to have the contact of the van driver and the hotel. So what I would suggest is, the first day that you go, you take the main contacts of your chef and HR and the transport person. So the next day you can easily go to your shift. And other than that, expense wise, I don't know how much you have for the accommodation, but for me it was 3,500 MUR per month. So around, if you catch up, it will be 4,000, not more than that. And I tried looking for my own accommodation, but it's very difficult to find that, because if you go to find for a single person, it's very costly. But if you stay in like a group of people together, then it's cheap. So I would suggest that if you could do that, that's better, instead of staying in a single accommodation. Other than that, there is bus transport. For transport, there are only two modes. There's only buses, but not like some places you won't get direct buses. You have to take 2-3 buses and go. And other than that, there is taxi services available. These are the only two transports there. And if you have your own vehicle, then it's good. You can go anywhere you want. So yeah, you can rent vehicles over there if you have your license. So that's pretty much easy. That's not a problem. So yeah, that's all from my side. If you have any questions, you can ask.
What is like the monthly expense cost?
Okay, for the accommodation it was 3,500, and I forgot, I missed one more point. Like, if you, from your place to the pickup point, normally it's 1 or 2 kilometers. So if you get the nearest point, it's good. If you don't, I usually used to go by bus to my pickup point, and from there the van used to pick me up. So it used to cost around 15 rupees one way. So 30 rupees MUR. So what you can do, the hotel actually refunds you that back. So when you fill your attendance sheet, you can write that travel expense, and but you have to give a ticket proof to them. And at the end of the month, when you get your stipend, they refund you back that. So that's not a problem. So for travel, around 1,500 mostly, and depends on the area from where you're coming. And other than that, 3,500, and plus for food, the food, like I used to eat only vegetarian food. I used to cook only one time meal, and sometimes I used to eat it from hotel. So 1,000 rupees. 1,000, so that's the total expense that I had. And other than that, if you go for sightseeing or somewhere, that will cost you more. So that's from your own pocket. So that I'm not including that in this. So anything else that you would like to ask?
Same Indian license was there, right? For the Indian license.
Huh?
Indian license.
Yeah, I actually didn't go through that process, but I had asked a friend of mine. He said that if you have a valid driving license, you can submit that document and you can get a vehicle. So that's not a problem. Yeah. And once you reach there, immediately you need to get a SIM, Mauritius SIM, because none of the SIM over here will work. So yeah, but that's not a problem with WhatsApp. You can have the same number you can contact. So that's not a problem.
More than the cost, see.
I gave around 50 rupees package. Yeah, 50 is for the SIM, and then you have to take a package. So yeah. Any other questions?
Ask her question because she is having nothing to do. If you have any question, ask her, otherwise,
For exchange, currency exchange.
See, if you're going from any of the airport over here, there is Thomas Cook in the airport, so that's not a problem. Other than that, I don't know if you can trust the local exchange, then you go. Over there also you can, what I did is I exchanged it over there. There's a Thomas Cook in Mauritius as well. So there was a Thomas Cook in my area, Grand Bay where I stayed. So I exchanged it over there, but obviously they'll take a commission. So yeah.
Salary that, like, stipend that you're getting.
Yeah, over that it depends on the hotel. Like my hotel, they were not giving me cash, they gave me a check. So what I did was I used to take that check, whichever bank, MCB was my check bank, so I used to take that to the bank. You have to always carry your original passport if you have to exchange money or for anything. So I submitted my passport, they verified it, they took my signature and gave me the cash. I would suggest if you have the visa, take a printout of that as well, because some banks don't only allow on passport. So that, or else there was a friend of mine, their hotel gave them cash. So it depends on your hotel whether they'll give you or not. Or there's one more option, I'll just come back. There's one more option, like the batch that went next me, Shobana, Dilip, they all went. What they did, Wajahat, what they did was they opened a joint bank account. So the money comes directly there and then they see it accordingly what to do with it. So that's also an option. So it depends on you.
And accommodation, like, over there.
To be honest, it was very decent. It was very good. The owners are always available at the accommodation where I was there, so that was not a problem. Anything you can tell them, they'll repair it or whatever it is. So that is not a problem. And the seasons over there is like from April to August or September is winter. It's the opposite from here. So since it's a tropical place. But after that, like from October or November till March, till March it's summer. Yeah, so that should not be a problem.
Which Indian banks are
Sorry?
Which Indian banks are there so that we can transfer money here? Banks.
As far as I remember, I didn't see any Indian banks. You have to, if you want to transfer your Google Pay and stuff, if you're already logged in, it works over there. So
Google Pay works there.
yeah, you can use it. If you're already logged in, what my mistake was, I had logged out. So if you go there and try to log in, OTP and all is required, you can't do that. So yeah, exactly. Anything else?
Just like when did your internship end?
I went on Feb 17th was my joining, but then as soon as I landed, there was a cyclone hit, so I had to join few days later. So after that, it ended on August 13th.
So your visa was like till that or?
Yeah, my visa was until 15th. But what the college, what the hotel did, this is kind of unofficial, but then I guess every hotel will do the same with you. It's like they leave you a week early. since you're students from abroad, so I mean outside the country, so they leave you a week early so that you can roam around the places and go to do your shopping and everything. So they'll, if you request, they'll give you, of course. I didn't request them, but that's what they told me, that this is what we do with students who come from India or somewhere else. We leave you a week early, but officially they put it as the including that week only. So yeah. And yeah, over there the leave policy is very strict. It's not like here that you inform that I won't come and next day you're going to work. No, if it's more, if the day you're not coming, the night itself you have to inform that you're not going to come. You can't inform on your shift timing, because they take very strict actions to that. And other than that, if you're sick for more than 2 or 3 days, you have to go with a medical certificate. I mean, I don't know about here. I mean, here they might actually be a little lenient and leave you, but over there it's very strict. So it's better if you follow that.
Did you take out any insurance?
Yeah, that you have to, that the agency that you're going through, before traveling itself, you have to have an insurance, or else you're not allowed to travel. You have to have insurance for the 6-month duration.
COVID insurance or health insurance?
Travel and health both.
Travel.
So what I did, I got it in HDFC travel insurance. It included my health and COVID flight and everything. So there is a HDFC, ICICI, Tata is there. So you can search for the insurances.
How much it cost?
For the package I took for 6 months only, a little few days extra after I landed, just to be on safer side. So it came around 7 or 8,000, not more than that. So yeah. And one more thing, that I know you're taking cash from here, but other than that, I would prefer if you have the Forex international card, which will have dollars in it. So you will have a backup option. If you're out of cash, you can at least have your card over there. But of course, every time you withdraw or do anything, there will be a charge which will be deducted. So you can get it in any bank, SBI, ICICI, HDFC. If you tell them you're traveling abroad, they'll just ask your passport, visa details, your flight details, and the place where you're going, and they'll give you the travel card. So that should not be a problem.